Welcome everyone, thanks for joining me. I'm Patrick and I have a couple students here with me today and we're going to be working on a pose called Bakasana or side crow. It's one of my favorite arm balances to practice and we're going to specifically focus on what the Sanskrit name suggests. This word Parshva, which means side. And we're going to use the side body and lengthening the side body to help us prepare to work on this very twisted arm balance, side crow. So when you're ready, we're going to start in a comfortable seat. Any comfortable cross-legged seat will work, and then bring your hands onto your thighs and use your hands pressing down to just lift your trunk up. And just for reference, this side body that we're going to be referring to today is the space along the sides of your torso from your outer hips to your armpits. So feel if you can lengthen all the way up through the collarbones, roll your arm bones back, let your eyes be eye level, and then close your eyes and bring your palms to your chest for a moment or two, just to acknowledge that you showed up for yourself, for your practice, for the next hour or so. We'll be present in our body and in our breath. Go ahead, let your head bow to your heart. Bring your palms down to your thighs. Relift your head. Let your eyes open. So whichever leg you have in front, we're going to switch the crossing of the legs. But I do want you to sit in Sukhasana, so cross at the middle of your shins and let your feet rest underneath your knees. And then from here, go ahead and take your arms up alongside your ears. And as you're pressing down through your sit bones, stretch all the way up through your arms. Now take your right hand out to the right, in line with your shoulder. Walk it directly out to the side. You might plant that palm and bend your elbow to the floor, and then take your left arm right alongside your ear, and then side bend all the way over to the right. As best as you can, allow your head and your arm to be together as one unit, meaning your head is not dropping away from your arm. But I do want you to fully extend that left arm on the inhale. And on the exhale, you might just lean back a little bit and look up. And then on your next inhale, come all the way up. Take both arms up again alongside your ears. Feel your sit bones going down as your arms go up. And then take your left hand down directly in line with your shoulder. Walk it out to the side. Plant that palm, let your elbow move to the floor, and then side bend over to the left. Again, your head and your arm, one unit, but do your best to take the bend out of your right elbow, wrist, fingers, all the way. Once you get that extension, maybe you just look up and there's a slight turn of your trunk upwards. Good. On the inhale, come all the way back up, both arms all the way extended through the fingertips, and then bring your hands to your heart. So we're going to go back to that original crossing. So switch the cross of your legs again, and then we'll add on to this. So take your arms up. Again, this sideward extension first. Bring your right hand out to the side. It'll start the same. Walk that right arm out. You might bend your elbow and then side bend over to the right. Take one full breath in. Maybe you lean back and turn as you breathe out. Now look down. Bring your left hand to your right thigh. Start to roll your way up. Bring that right hand behind you and we're going to twist. So breathe in, lift your chest. And as you're breathing out, let your belly relax and use your arms to turn your trunk. That's it. And then unwind, lift your arms all the way up. We'll start with that side bend before we twist. Take your left arm out to the side. Walk that hand out. You can bend your elbow and get a nice sideways extension over to your left. Breathe in. You might lean back a little bit as you breathe out. And then kind of cat your back. Roll your right hand down to the floor outside your left thigh. Sit up, bringing that left hand behind you. And then breathe in, lift your chest. On the exhale, turn your trunk, your belly, your ribs, your shoulders, your upper back. Good. And on your next inhale, take your arms all the way up overhead. Bring your palms together, down to your heart. Namaskar. Come onto your hands and knees. And when you come onto your hands and knees, just pause there for a second. Slide your big toes to touch. Sit your hips all the way back to your heels first. So get your buttocks to touch your heels with your toes pointed straight back. Good. And then keep that, and then start to extend your arms all the way forward for child's pose. And the idea here is that as your hips go back and down, your arms fully extending are creating length from your hips to your armpits to your fingertips. As you breathe out, let the backs of your knees relax, let your abdomen relax. And then feel, as you're breathing in, the space along your trunk. Take a nice full breath in here and a full breath out. Good. Look forward. Keep your arms straight. Shift your shoulders over your wrists. Curl your toes under. Same idea, but now you have to lift your hips away from your hands. Downward facing dog. Up and back. Keep pressing those palms down. Full extension of your arms. And to get a little more space in the spine, everyone bend their knees a little bit. Good. Climb your hips further away from your hands. Keep your head relaxing. As you're breathing out, let your abdomen pull up and back to lift your hips higher. Now keep your hips lifting. Now start to pull your legs back without letting your hips drop. And then the more you use your legs, the less work your arms have to do. But we still get that nice length along the trunk. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Come forward to plank pose on your next breath in. One more time, child's pose. Fold into yourself. Pull your hips back as your arms extend forward. That's it. Now look forward, shift your shoulders over your wrists, curl your toes, dog pose. Find that length from your armpits to your hips. Good. Lift your right foot up. Bend your right leg, open up your thigh, relax your foot like a child's pose. Lift high onto the ball of your left foot, and then pull that left leg bone away from your left hand. You're going to take your right knee to your right armpit, come forward, hover there for a moment, lift away from the floor, step your foot outside your right hand, tap your back knee down, uncurl your toes, and then take your right hand to your thigh. That's it. And then start to let that right leg swing away from your body and turn your trunk. Probably lift your toes up towards your shin so you're more on the blade of the pinky toe side of your foot, breathing in, and especially as you breathe out, turn your trunk and let that thigh move away from you. Good. On your next breath, bring that leg back in, plant your foot, plant your hands, curl your back toes, lift your knee. You're going to straighten your legs, parallel your feet, and then we're going to walk our hands out like a down dog. So everyone here knows each other, so they're going to put their hands on each other's mat. And again, this is to create length in the side of the torso, but don't let your hips fall forward towards your hands. Keep firming your heels, your thighs, pull your hips back as your arms and chest elongate forward. Let your tongue relax, your head relax. Good. Now, keep that length in the side of your body, and then you're going to walk back to a low lunge all the way around. When you get there, turn to the right, lift that right arm up to the ceiling, low lunge twist. Let that bottom waist come towards your knee, and the top waist lift up to your hand. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bring your right hand down, straighten your front leg. Look forward, bend your back leg, step forward, feet together, fold. And I know it's early, but bend your knees, Utkatasana, sit low and lift your arms. For today anyway, it doesn't matter how much you lift your chest, but I want you to use your arms and fully extend them to create space in the side of your torso. Shift your weight back to your heels, let your thighs go down more, but even as you do that, keep extending your arms more. Press your heels, stand all the way up, reach to the ceiling, look up, let your palms come together, and you can bend your knees as you fold all the way down. Step your left foot back, downward facing dog. That's it, hips nice and high. Now bring your feet together. You can bring your left knee down for this early side plank. Otherwise, you're going to turn onto your outer left foot, stack your right foot on top. Don't overturn. And then when you get on your side, lift your right arm up to the ceiling. Good. Pull your tailbone towards your heels. Pull your chest towards your head so that your spine is long. Now turn your right palm, extend it over your head by your right ear. Just like we did in the beginning. Step wide, downward facing dog. That's it. Now take your whole inhale, come forward to plank pose. Go forward with your chest to lower to your belly. You can always bring your knees down first. Uncurl your toes, maybe a little wider in the hands and the feet so you have more space, and then work your way up to baby cobra. 2, 3, 4 breaths, whatever it is. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. At the top there, breathe in, and then lay yourself down as you breathe out. Narrow those hands and feet. Come up through all fours, downward facing dog, up and back. Lift your left foot up. Bend that left leg, open up your thigh, relax your foot like a child's pose, and then lift high onto the ball of that right foot and pull your right leg bone away from your right hand so that that right side stays as long as your left. Now take your knee towards your left armpit, and as that's happening, lift away from the floor. Step your foot outside your left hand, tap your back knee down, make sure your toes and your knee are in the same direction, and then you can use that left hand to swing the left leg open to the left as your trunk turns. Breathe in, and especially as you breathe out, let that leg move away from the midline, let that bottom rib turn under you and your top rib turn away. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, bring your foot down, bring your hand down. Curl your back toes, lift your knee, straighten your legs, parallel those feet, and then walk your hands out like a down dog. So it's like a wide-legged forward fold with the arms extended. And remember, your legs are working, so you're not falling into your hands. Your kneecaps are lifting, your shins are lifting and pulling back. Your hips are pulling back, but your arms are extending away so you get the most length you can in your trunk. Breathe in. And then keep that length as you walk back to a low lunge at the top of your spot. When you get there, turn to the left, low lunge twist. Lift that left arm up. Try not to shorten the size of your torso. Breathe in. When you breathe out, bring your hand down. Straighten your front leg. Look forward, bend your back leg, step forward. Feet together, let your head go. Utkatasana, bend your knees, lift your arms. See what happens first, what you get. And then shift your weight to your heels, let your thighs go down, let your hips go down. Think child's pose, and then use those arms to create more space. On your next inhale, stand all the way up, look up, palms together, fold down the midline as you breathe out. Good. Step your left leg back, downward facing dog. Zip your legs together, turn onto your right hand and right foot. Vashisthasana, side plank. I know it's early, and the idea is to stretch your heels away and pull your chest forward. Turn your left palm, extend it over your head by your ear. Awesome. Step wide, downward facing dog. Take your whole breath, come forward to plank pose. Lower to your belly any way you like. You can widen your hands and feet a little and start to work your way up cobra. The idea is that as you peel your chest forward and up, the legs are anchors, they're extending back. Your collarbones can spread. Breathe in, and then lay yourself forward and down as you breathe out. Downward facing dog. Maybe you push straight up and back this time. That's it. No rush. Walk your way to the top of your spot, bending your legs, feeling your feet. Let your head go and you get there. Good. And then take those arms all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. This time we're just going to fold straight back down. Uttanasana. Step your right foot back. Downward facing dog. Come forward, plank pose as you breathe in. If you're ready, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up, nice and rhythmic now. Step that foot forward, straighten your front leg, look forward to step forward, fold. Right away, Urdhva Hastasana. Use your legs, lift your sides, and then fold back down as you breathe out. Step your left foot back, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward, plank pose, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog as you breathe in. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Lift that left foot up, Step it forward, straighten that leg, look forward, step forward and fold, and then forward and up with your arms. Press those heels to reach up, and then fold your way down as you breathe out. Step your right foot back, downward facing dog. Plank pose as you breathe in, lower down, up dog or cobra, breathing in. Exhale all the way back, downward facing dog. Lift that right leg up, step it forward, straighten that leg to spring forward and fold, and then stand up. Use your arms to pull your trunk up, and then fold down as you breathe out. Step your left foot back, downward facing dog. Plank pose as you breathe in, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, breathe in. Exhale back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift that left foot up, step it forward, straighten that front leg, spring forward and fold, and then stand up as you breathe in. Root down to go up, and right away fold back down, Uttanasana. Step that right foot back, downward facing dog. On the inhale, plank pose as you breathe in, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good. Take a full breath in. Let your head relax, but can you still find that same length by pulling your hips up and away? Bring your feet together now, look forward, step or hop to the top, fold, and then swing those arms all the way up as you breathe in. One more like that, fold as you breathe out. Step your left foot back, downward facing dog. Plank pose as you breathe in, Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, breathe in. On the exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, breathe out. Take that full inhale and that full exhale to find that length. Now look forward, bend your knees, step or hop to the top, fold, stand all the way up as you breathe in, and then fold right back down as you breathe out. So we're going to plant our hands. We're actually going to hop to down dog. Breathe in, bend your knees. On the exhale, down dog, land with bent knees. That's it. Now come forward, plank pose as you breathe in. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Arms back, chest up. On the exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe out. Good. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Go ahead, lift your right foot up. Step it forward. Warrior two. Plant that back foot and come all the way up. On the inhale, turn that right palm, peaceful warrior, with a straight right arm to emphasize that length in the side. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. Hands down, lift your hips. You can skip these. Otherwise, plank pose as you breathe in. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. On the exhale, downward facing dog. Lift that left foot up. Step it all the way forward. Warrior two. Plant your right foot. Have a good bend of that front leg, and then turn your left palm, peaceful warrior. Keep bending that leg as your left arm goes up, and then one long exhale, dog pose. Downward facing dog. Lift your hips. If you like, come forward. Plank pose as you breathe in. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So we'll add on to that. Lift that right foot up as you breathe in. Step your foot forward. Warrior two. Plant your back foot, come up, and then turn that right palm, peaceful warrior. Good. So stay with me. Straighten your front leg. Turn the right foot in, left foot to the back. We're going to bend that left leg for side angle. You can start with your left forearm across your thigh as you reach that right arm over your head, or you can slip that left hand to the floor inside your foot. Yes. Beautiful. Take a full breath in. As you're breathing out, pull your chest towards your hand and then lean a little back. Good. Breathe in, and then on the exhale, stand all the way up. Straight legs, arms in a T. Turn your left foot in, right foot to the front. Warrior two. Downward facing dog. Extend those arms, lift your hips. If you like, come forward, plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Breathe in. On the exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift that left leg up. Step it forward. Virabhadrasana 2. Warrior 2. That's it. Turn that left palm, go back, peaceful warrior, keeping that length. And then now straighten that front leg. Keep your arm and head connected. Turn your left foot in, your right foot to the back. Either forearm to your thigh or slip that right hand to the floor inside your foot. That's it. Breathe in from your heel to your fingertips. Find all the length. And then just like in the beginning, as you're breathing out, can you lean back and turn your trunk? Excellent. Breathe in, and on the exhale, stand all the way up. Straight arms and legs. Turn the right foot in, left foot to the front. Warrior two, downward facing dog. Hands down, hips high. If you want to flow, plank pose as you breathe in. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. That's it. Downward facing dog. Let's just add on again here. Lift that right foot up. Step it all the way forward. Warrior two, plant your back foot, come on up. It's going to start the same. Peaceful warrior as you breathe in, up and back. Keep your arm and head connected as you straighten your right leg. Turn your right foot in, left foot to the back. If you know the hand is going to touch the floor, just slip it down to the floor. That's it. Don't lose that back leg in the process. Keep pressing that back foot down. These look great. Breathe in. Take that bend out of your top arm and a full breath out. Go ahead, spring back up on the exhale. Turn the left foot in, right foot forward. Stay with me, warrior two. And now we're going to do side angle again. Bring your right hand outside your foot. Good. And then take that left arm up and over by your ear. Excellent. Breathe in. Don't lose that back foot, but keep bending the front knee and turning it towards that pinky toe side of your foot. Even more than you think. Excellent. Look down here, bring your left hand down and pause. Flip your back heel up. Straighten your front leg. Look forward. Get the sides of your trunk long. Bend that back leg. Step forward. Feet together. Let your head relax. Utkatasana. Bend your knees. Lift those arms up. Thighs down. Hips down. Use those arms to create space. Excellent. Breathe in. Stand all the way up. Reach up. Fold as you breathe out. Good. Step your left foot back. Straighten your front leg. Parallel your feet. Good. Walk your hands out like down dog. Take a moment. See if there's more space than when you started. Take a full breath in. Anchor through those heels. Lift your thighs. And as you're breathing out, let your abdomen relax and get longer. Good. Hand over hand. Walk back to that low lunge, and just like we started in the beginning, reach that right arm up to the ceiling now. Low lunge twist. Good. Breathe in here. What's going to be different now is we're going to step into side plank with the left hand and on the outer left foot. So step that right foot back. You can bring your right hand to your hip if you need to. Good. And lift your bottom hip up, but more importantly, create space. Heels to the back, head and chest forward. Take your right arm over your head. Good. Step wide. Downward facing dog. This time move your toes back an inch. Upward facing dog. Go up and over. Thighs up, chest up, arms back. And then lift up and back. Downward facing dog. One more side like this. Lift that left foot up. Step it forward. We'll start with warrior two as we come on up. This should be familiar by now. Turn that left palm, peaceful warrior as you breathe in, and then try to keep that. Straighten your legs, turn to the back, and we know right into extended side angle, hand inside the foot to the back. Good. Take a full breath in. And as you're breathing out, get longer through your trunk. Breathe in. On the breath out, spring your way back up, all the way, straight arms and legs, right foot in, left foot to the front, warrior two. Now bring your hand outside the foot for extended side angle and take that right arm over. So the hand inside the foot helps us turn our trunk more. The hand outside the foot usually creates more space in the side of the body. Beautiful. Breathe in here. As we breathe out, bring that hand down, lift your back heel. Straighten your front leg, bend your back leg, look forward, step forward, feet together, and fold. Utkatasana, bend your knees, lift those arms up. How much space can you create in the sides of your trunk using those arms? Breathe in, stand all the way up, and then fold as you breathe out. Step your right foot back. Last one, straighten that left leg, parallel your feet. Walk out to that dog shape with those arms. Don't lose your legs in the process. Take a nice full breath in. Maybe your head now has like enough space in your torso that it just relaxes fully down to the floor. And a full breath out. Good. Can we keep this space when we walk back to this low lunge? Hand over hand, all the way around until we want to just lift that left arm up for this lunge twist. Turn your trunk. The bottom rib moves towards the knee. Excellent. Breathe in here. And then can we make this Vashisthasana? You might have to bring your hand to your hip, or can you just step back? And as you do, stretch your heels back, your head and chest forward. Take that top arm over your head. Step wide, dog pose. Nice work. Move your toes back an inch. Upward facing dog, up and over, thighs up, chest up, arms back. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Good. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out here. You're going to bring your feet together. Look forward. Bend those knees. Step or hop to the top. That's it. Fold over your legs. And then this time, start to bend your knees and come into Malasana. So touch your fingers down and widen your knees and slip your arms inside your thighs. And then pause there. Big toes touch, inner heels touch. If your heels do not touch the floor, at least try to pull your inner heels back and down towards the floor. And let your buttocks go back and down with it. That's it. Now, take your arms back so that your triceps are in front of your shins as we prepare for Bakhasana, crow pose. Now, you might not lift here, and it's okay, but keep your collarbones spread. And then maybe shift forward. And then maybe you shift forward enough that your heels lift to your buttocks, lift your abdomen up, and start to press those hands down. Good. Breathe in. Nice, everybody. Touch your feet down. Straighten your legs, and then fold. Uttanasana, let your head go. Maybe you widen your feet if you want a little more space for your abdomen. Good. And then swing your arms all the way up. Nice and tall. Reach up. Bring your palms together at your heart. Namaskar. Tadasana. Just take a moment. Feel your collarbones spread. Maybe you feel longer in the side of your trunk. From your hips to your armpits. Good. And then relax. Bring your hands to your hips. You're going to bend that left knee. Come onto the ball of your foot. Turn your left leg out to the side. We're going to do Vrikshasana, tree pose. When you're ready, you can lift that foot, grab your ankle. And if it doesn't go all the way up, it's okay. Find a place where you feel comfortable and you have balance. And then we're going to take the arms up right alongside the ears like we've done so many times already to create space in the side of our trunk. Pull yourself up. So breathe in, and on the breath out, pull yourself up with those arms. Good. Now, keep that length. Take your left knee forward. Breathe in. We're going to step into a low lunge. So bend your right knee. Bring your hands down to the floor. Good. Tap your back knee down for a moment. Slide your back knee in an inch or so, and then bring your right hand to your thigh and your left arm up. Good. Now we have this space on the left side. We want this as we twist. Breathe in. And then there is going to be a little bit of rounding as you come around that right leg and hook your arm as best you can. And then pause. Relax your belly. Can you get that arm even further around your leg, armpit across your knee? Maybe the answer is yes, maybe it's no. Good. And for some of us, this might be good and we can bring our palms together in Namaskar. Otherwise, you can unfold that left hand to the floor and take your right hand to your hip. And if that happens, pause there. Curl your back toes under and then start to lift that back knee. That's it. Yes, these look awesome. If the right hand is on the hip, either across the midline or the horizon or up and over your head by your ear. Right by your ear. Amazing. Breathe in. One more breath. Good. Bring your hands down. Pause. Step back, downward facing dog, all the way back. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Look forward, bend your knees, step or hop to the top. Fold. Take your arms all the way up as you breathe in. Press those heels down as you go up. Hands to your heart, namaskar, Tadasana. Bring your hands to your hips. Come onto the ball of your right foot. Turn that whole right leg out. And then when you're ready, lift it up, tree pose. And again, for today, we're not focusing so much on the balance. We want to be stable enough where we can use the arms to create the length. When you're ready, take those arms overhead. Good. And then, so that means pressing down through your foot as you breathe in, but as you breathe out, get as long as you can in your trunk. Feel your abdomen moving back towards your kidneys. Good. Take the right knee forward. Breathe in, bend that left leg a little, step back, low lunge. Tap your back knee down, slide it in an inch. Walk your left hand to your thigh and lift that right arm up. So this is almost like peaceful warrior, right? We're trying to get as much length as we can here. Breathe in, and then we're going to take that and then twist around that left leg by hooking that arm outside the leg. And then you might not get all the way there in the first shot. Let your belly relax. Let your rib cage turn more. Maybe your hands stay in namaskar, or unfold that right hand to the floor. And then let that whole right side of your back go down through that hand. Left hand to your hip. Curl your back toes under. Maybe you lift that knee up as the right hand stays down. That's it. And then the left arm either goes across the horizon or up and over your head by your ear. Good. Breathe in. Find the length like we've been doing the whole class. Can you lean back and turn as you breathe out? Amazing. Look down. Bring your hands down. Good. Downward facing dog. Move your toes back an inch. Upward facing dog. Go up and over. Thighs up. Chest up. Arms back. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. All right. Lift your right foot up. Step it forward. A little different now. Straighten that front leg. Parallel your feet. This time when you do this, you're going to lean onto your hands and hop onto your shins. And then just pause there. Uncurl your toes. Sit back on your heels. Of course, if you need any padding for your knees, you can always lay a blanket down under your shins. But from here, we're going to stand up on our shins. Good. Toes point straight back. That's it. Hands to your hips. We're going to work on gate pose, Parigasana, so you can step your right foot forward first and then out to the side. As best as you can, turn that foot and plant your heel down. Good. Make sure your left hip is over your knee, and then take your arms out to the sides in a T. Good. Turn your left palm, lift it up by your ear to the ceiling. Good. Breathe in, straight up. And then as you breathe out, bring your right hand to your shin and go up and over for that side body stretch. Yes. Let your head and your arms stay close, so don't let your head drop. Good. You can slide that hand down your leg as much as you can. Breathe in, reach with that left arm, and now as you breathe out, can you lean back and turn your trunk? Good. One more breath. Breathe in. Turn your trunk as you breathe out. On the next inhale, come all the way up. Bring your hands down. Slide your knee in. Good. Lean onto your palms. Hop your feet wide. Walk to that low lunge. And now we're going to slip the left knee behind the right ankle and come to sit for a seated spinal twist called Ardha Matsyendrasana. Good. Pause here. You can hug that right shin in and try to get your ankle as far away from that knee and up your thigh as you can. Take your right arm up, breathe in, and then swing it behind you and plant it down. And then pause there. Lift your left arm up. Here's that peaceful warrior shape. Breathe in, get long. And then there's a little bit of a crow shape as you round forward and hook that arm outside your leg. And then continue to lean forward and see if you can get that armpit across your knee. Good. Now keep that connection, and then the right hand can walk further away. Good. Now breathe in, lift. And on the breath out, turn. Let your rib cage turn. Let your abdomen turn. Breathe in, lift. On the exhale, turn. Good. One more. Breathe in. And on the exhale, turn. And then nice and easy, unwind. When you come back to center, pause. Maybe you want to counter twist and just lean the other way onto your hands. That might feel nice. Good. Come back up, unwrap your legs, hop or step, down dog, any way you want to get there. If there's a plank and chaturanga in there, that's up to you, but we are moving towards side crow. You might want to keep that in mind. Lift your left foot up. Step that foot forward. Good. Straighten your left leg, parallel your feet. You're going to hop onto your knees and shins, and then sit back, point your toes back, stand up on your shins. Step the left foot forward and then out to the side, and then you can angle that foot. Just try to make sure your heel and that front knee are in the same line, and your front knee is under your hip. Arms wide. Good. Turn that right palm, lift it up by your ear, breathe in. The head and the arms stay together, and then go to your side. That left hand can find the shin. Excellent. Now, breathe in, use that right arm. Let your left hand slide down your leg. And then once you have that length, as you breathe out, can you turn? Breathe in, lift. Exhale, turn. Good. One more breath. Breathe in. And exhale, turn. That's it. On the inhale, come all the way back up. Slide your knee in. Bring your hands down. Hop those feet wide. And then walk to that low lunge. Slip your right knee behind your heel and then come to sit. Take a moment to get yourself situated. Try to get that left buttocks down inside the foot. You can pull the shin in and then lift your left arm up just so you can swing it behind you, and then lift your right arm up. Find that peaceful warrior shape. Even if you lean back a little, breathe in, and then think crow, round forward, hook that arm outside your leg. Good. And then take your time, let your belly relax, turn your ribs, get that arm across. Maybe you walk that left arm further away. Good. Now breathe in. And then on the exhale, turn, turn, turn. Two more. On the inhale, lift. On the exhale, turn. One more. Breathe in, lift. On the exhale, turn. And then nice and easy, unwind, come back to center. Maybe you counter twist the opposite way for a moment. Come up. Last time, downward facing dog. Unwrap your legs. Good. And then child's pose. Sit back. You can relax your arms for a moment. Let your hips go back though. Let your abdomen relax. Let your forehead relax. And then when you're ready, just walk your hands back and come on up to sit. All right. So, we're going to look at this pose called side crow. And it's going to weave together a lot of these elements, this peaceful warrior, side bend extension, which will help us get, hopefully, into this deeper twist. Now, whether or not we actually take flight and lift the feet off the floor, not as important. In fact, the Yoga Sutras talk about this idea of practice and detachment. Practice and detachment, meaning the essence of yoga is really just in your effort. And that doesn't really mean that the final result of the shape comes into account at all, but it's something to work on. So we're going to do that, and the way in which we're going to approach this shape is from Malasana. So I'm going to do a demo, and then we'll see if we give it a shot. I'm going to turn to my side so you can see. So classic Malasana, feet together, knees wide, but we're going to start with feet together, knees together. And then we're going to lean back and find this peaceful warrior shape. And then we're going to turn. And here's that crow shape. where the back has to round in order to get the elbow outside the thigh. And then from here, it's not my deepest twist to start, so I'm gonna relax my belly and turn a little more, and turn, and turn. Now my elbow is bent, and then I'm gonna start to see if I can extend this arm to the floor. The other arm, which oftentimes happens, does want to double hook. Classically, the second arm is free and clear. So we're gonna try it that way today. So once the first arm extends, the second arm goes a little bit wider than the shoulder, and it's free and clear from my hips. Now this is a good place where some of us can work and just turn the trunk with the hands down and the feet down. Maybe you don't even take flight. Otherwise, once you have both hands down, you shift forward, the elbows start to bend, the feet lift, and then we press the palms down, cat the back, and turn. And then back down. So there's a place there that we can all work, even if we don't take flight, and that place is in this nice deep twist with the feet down and the hands down. Otherwise, maybe we'll twist enough where we start to feel light and the feet come off the floor, and we continue to turn even as we lift. All right, so let's give it a try. Parsvarabhakasana. Ready? All right, so curl your toes under. Shift your weight back into Malasana, except bring your knees together this time. Feet together, knees together. Good. Yeah, maybe stagger with your neighbor so you have a little room. Take your right hand up and then bring it behind you to the floor. Good. Plant it down. Lift your left arm up. Good. Let your knees come forward and then start to round and hook that elbow outside your leg. Good. And then you might have to do a little bit maneuvering with your belly, turn even more. Plant that left hand fully. Widen your right hand. Good. And maybe for some of us this is good. Maybe we come onto the tiptoes, turn the trunk. Otherwise, we lift the buttocks a little, shift forward, and let the feet come up. Now the right arm, the free arm, press it down and straighten the right arm. Yes, that's it. Straighten that right arm. Good. Breathe in. Amazing. Touch your feet down. Unwind. Pause for a second. Those looked top notch. Very good. Bring your left hand behind you. Lift that right arm up. Before we lose steam, we'll just go to the other side. Good. Lean back, get that length, and then turn. Hook the arm outside the leg. And then pause. Can you find more turning by letting the abdomen relax? Bring that right hand fully down. Widen your left hand. Shift your weight forward. Lift your hips. And then maybe those feet get light. Yes, that's it. Can you keep straightening that left arm, the free arm, and cat your back? Amazing. All right, come down. Feet down. Good. Come back to center. Lean onto your knees and shins, and then sit back for a second. All right. So side crow. We did a lot of rounding and twisting to get there. I feel like there might be an urge to go in the other direction and open up the chest. So we're going to set up our blocks for supported fish. I'm just going to show you real quick at home. One block on the medium height, one block on the high height. The medium height block is for your thoracic spine. And you can start with bent knees and use your hands to just find that block right in your upper back. The second block, we can start with it on this high height, even if we decide to lower it. So we'll start here, and then I'll give you a few options along the way. Okay. So supported fish. 2 blocks, 1 medium, 1 high. Start with bent knees. Use your hands to feel where that first block is. Make sure it goes in your upper back, not your lower back. Good. And then find the second block for your head. If you have your hair in a ponytail, you probably just got to adjust that. Good. And then if that feels okay on your back, the first thing we can do is extend the legs. Good. And let your palms face the ceiling, because when your palms turn up in this shape, then your collarbones can stay spread. Once you turn your palms down, the corners of the chest close off a little bit. The block for your head, if you feel there's more for you to open in your chest, you can actually lower the block for your head. Either 1 level, 2 levels. Depending on how backbendy you are, you might even remove the block completely if the crown of your head touches the floor. And you can decide. As long as there's not a lot of strain and tension in your throat or your abdomen, you can allow that bigger back bend to come. Good. And even in this shape, your legs are extending forward, but as you breathe in from your hips to your side rims to your armpits, is there space in the side of the trunk that you can create? And as you exhale, just let your abdomen relax. So all this might be good and you might want to stay. Otherwise, you can take your arms to the ceiling now and then over your head to the floor. That's optional. If they were comfortable by your sides, that's great too. If they're over your head, you might hook your thumbs and then use that to pull your arms long. Good. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, let your abdomen relax and extend through your fingers. Switch the hook of your thumbs. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, extend your arms. Good. Let your tongue relax, your throat relax, your cheek relax. And then go ahead, take your arms up overhead. And then bring them back to the sides, palms up. Relax for another breath or so. And just feel that block in your upper back, creating that impression of where we did a lot of that rounding as we move towards side crow. We want to just start to passively reconnect that part of the back in and allow our chest to open some. Good. One more breath here. Now, if you lowered your head a lot, you might put the block higher or use your hands to tuck your chin to your chest first. And then when we're ready, we're going to use our hands to come out of the shape. So that might mean bending your leg and then rolling to your side or sitting all the way up. Good. Turn and take those blocks out of the way. You're going to lie back on your back now. Keep your knees bent. And then pause. Have your feet hip distance wide. So I'm going to give you 2 options. And we're going to do 2 back bends. One option might be to grab that block, and when we lift the hips, we're going to do a supported bridge pose, and that block will go under your tailbone sacrum. Otherwise, we're going to bring the hands alongside the ears and do Urdhva Dhanurasana, full wheel. And look, there's lots of different things we can focus on when we do these back bends, but whichever one you're going to work on, think about, can you still create space from your hips to your armpits so that your torso is getting longer on the side of your trunk? All right. If you're going to do bridge pose, you'll press your heels, lift your hips, and slide the block under. Otherwise, this group looks like they're going to do full wheel. They're going to bring their hands by their ears. Good. Lift your hips first. Breathe in. Slip onto the crown of your head, and then extend your arms. That's it. And then from the outer hips down through your big toes, press those big toes. And then from your outer hips to your thumbs, lengthen the sides of your trunk. These look great. Breathe in. And then come down before it's too late. And pause. Relax on your back. Let your hands rest by your side. We're going to do one more. Take a nice breath in. And a breath out. If you did bridge, you can stay. Or if you'd like to do a Urdhva Dhanurasana now, you can remove the block. Go ahead, put your hands by your ears. This time we're just going to go up in one shot, breathe in, but think like you're creating space as you start to go up. On the exhale, when you're ready, you'll lift up. That's it. From your outer hips over your thighs to your big toes, from your outer hips over your shoulders to your thumbs. Lengthen the sides of your trunk. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, go ahead and come down and pause. Widen your feet, let your knees kiss. You might rest your hands on your thighs or by your sides. Just let your abdomen get longer and settle back and down towards your kidneys. I don't think we need to twist anymore, so we'll just have a nice neutral spine as we move towards Shavasana. Just take a few breaths here. Go ahead and take your left leg long, take your right knee into your chest, and just have a nice loose interlace over your shin. Try to keep your back relaxed. So if that means that you have to interlace underneath your shin, behind your knee instead, do that, but try to keep your back and shoulders fully relaxed. Breathe in, and as you're breathing out, allow the right side of your low back to open into the floor. Good. Use your exhale, nice, full, deep exhalation. And then keep that right knee in, bend your left leg, plant your foot on the floor, and then cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Good. And then you might just use your right hand to move your right thigh away, and then take your left knee into your chest, and you can interlace around that left hamstring. I find I get more in my low back if I keep the left leg bent here than if I extended it. So just keep drawing that left thigh in and your right thigh away so that the muscle across the buttocks, the piriformis, opens and the glute muscles open and create space for your back. Just take one more breath here. And as you breathe out, bring your left foot down, slide the right foot off, extend the right leg, take your left knee into your chest, and just a nice loose interlace. Breathe in. Yeah, and if it feels good, you can just go a little side to side. And as you breathe out, let your belly relax. Let the back open into the floor and into the mat. Let your exhalations really release any gripping or tension. One more breath like that. And then you're going to slide the right foot and bend it to the floor. Cross your ankle over your knee. And then now lift your right thigh towards your chest. And you can interlace those palms around your right hamstring. Good. You might flex both feet so that they have a little resistance. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, when the right thigh is coming in, the left thigh is moving away. Keep your abdomen relaxed. Good. Keep your face relaxed. One more breath. Go ahead and bring your foot down. Slide your left foot off. Last shape. Take both knees into your chest. Have your big toes touch. You can hug if you can hug around your shins. Let your back open into the mat. You might rock. Good. Go ahead and bring your feet down. Extend your legs out one at a time for Shavasana. If you need a little support under your legs, you can slide your blocks under. You can roll a blanket. You can roll a blanket for your head. Do try to tuck the tips of your shoulder blades under so that your collarbones can spread, and make sure that your palms are turning up as that happens so that your arms can relax down, your chest can stay open and lifted. And then just start to focus on those exhalations, deeper and fuller. And allow the back of your body, so your heels, the back of your pelvis, the backs of your wrists, elbows, and shoulders, and the back of your head, these like dense, bony structures that are heavy. As you breathe out, let them settle more and more to the earth underneath you. And as those parts, those dense, heavy parts become like little anchors, then start to let the softer tissue of your body relax and be supported from the stability underneath. So the fronts of your ankles soften. Your abdomen, it's like a big lake or a giant ocean. Let that soften and relax. Your palms, the crooks of your elbows, your throat, your cheeks, the tongue in your mouth, your eyes can settle. And then lastly, your brain from the front to the back. You won't stay long, but let each exhalation, let it dissipate any unnecessary holding on. So that as you breathe in and out, there's no obstruction. There's just lightness and freedom. And even if that lightness didn't show up in side crow today, the work, the effort allows it to show up in your body, in your mind, and most importantly, in your life. On your next breath, just let your inhalations deepen and your exhalations also deepen. Allowing your consciousness to lift back to the surface. You might reawaken your fingers and your toes. Maybe turning your head from side to side. Go ahead and bend your elbows. Let your palms rest somewhere on your abdomen or your chest or both. You can bend your legs one at a time. Go ahead and roll to your right side. Pause there. And when you're ready, use those hands and come on up to sit. Go ahead and find a nice, comfortable seat, nice and tall. Let your palms come together at your heart. This is the mudra, or a hand gesture of gratitude. Just acknowledging your efforts and your work today. Let your head bow towards your heart. Go ahead, relift your head. Let your eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you on the mat again sometime soon.